For God speaks again and again, in dreams, in visions, in the night when deep sleep falls on men as they lie in their beds. He opens their ears in times like that and gives them wisdom and instruction, causing them to change their minds and keeping them from pride and warning them of the penalties of sin and keeping them from falling into some trap. Now, we've already heard that we don't know when the time's going to come when we might end up getting caught up in a trap. But God is telling you right now, he's always giving you information, letting you know what it is that you need to do and how you need to do it and where you need to be and how you need to go about living your life. But we don't really listen to when God is speaking to us. And it's not like he's not telling us what's going on, because he tells us in his word all the time what we're supposed to do, how we're supposed to live, and what we're supposed to do when it comes to dealing with one another. I try to keep myself focused on the reality of this. If God is speaking to me, I'm trying to hear him. I don't care where I'm at. I understand what it means now to find your prayer closet, because you can be by yourself, not around anybody, where you can actually commune with God one-on-one. I never really realized how important in my life that prayer closet was. Let me tell you when I found out what the prayer closet really meant. Remember Hurricane Ike? I was in Houston when that happened. We were in the house. I heard you talking about a tree bending not too long ago. Well, there was a 75-foot tree across the street from my house. God knows I had no business looking out the window with 90-mile-an-hour winds going on. I'm looking out the door, and I'm in my front door because you got one of them glasses in the door to stay in glass, and I'm peeping through because I got a tree in my front yard. That tree got toppled. This 75-foot tree across the street bent all the way down until the tops touched the street. It didn't break. It just bent in the wind. I'm sitting there looking at it, and God says, get your butt out of this window and go get in that closet. So lady, she was fussing. She says, honey, what are we going to do? She says, I'm scared. I said, well, we got to find the most safest place in the house. Well, at that time, the most safest place in the house was the bathroom off of the master bedroom. So what we did, it was a closet that was also in the bathroom, through the bathroom, which where the closet was. So I grabbed the mattress off the bed, dragged it into the bedroom, into the bathroom, into that closet, put lady and the dog down, went and got the other mattress, came back and pulled it on top of us. That's when I was in my prayer closet. That's when I learned what praying to God one-on-one really meant. Because I was so afraid and so scared. I had never in my life lived through a hurricane before. I heard about hurricanes and seen damage of hurricanes, but I never lived. And this was a little one. This was just a class 1. This was a little bitty hurricane, 90-mile-an-hour winds, wasn't nothing bad that I had to really worry about. But it scared me because I'd never seen a tree that tall, this big around, bend and touch the street and not break. I was amazed and shocked. I talked to God that night more than I ever talked to God one-on-one ever in my life. Why? Because I was actually deathly afraid of what was getting ready to happen. Roofs was being snatched off of churches across the street from us. The windows in the high school that was the next street over were being blown out. You could hear them exploding as the winds was coming through and tearing stuff apart. I had no idea what was going on, but God knew right then at that time I needed to find out what the prayer closet was all about. You ain't got to tell me nothing about him now. I got a prayer closet. Everywhere I'm at, I got a prayer closet, because it's all about just shutting yourself off to everybody and talking to God. That's what it's all about. And I'm going to tell you, he talks to us, and like Job says, we don't listen to when God talks to us. He's saying something to us every day. When we wake up, he's talking to us. When we go to sleep, he's talking to us. Throughout our day, he's talking to us. But how many of us actually listen and hear the words that he's actually saying to us? A lot of us don't. This is the reason why this morning I am so grateful and so happy for this Christmas, because it's not about anything that I thought Christmas was going to be about. Like you had mentioned earlier this morning, and some people didn't get to spend time with their brothers and sisters. I have not seen not one living person in my family for this Christmas season. Not my children, not my brothers and sisters, not my grandchildren, cousins, uncles, aunts, nieces, nephews, none. My family in Kilgore is the only family that I seen for Christmas, and I was at Deacon Faber's house for Christmas with his kids and grandkids. I tell you what, I was happy and blessed to be there because I saw a loving Christmas family. I seen them have fun. Nobody was arguing about anybody, nothing. Nobody got drunk. Nobody was running around acting stupid. They were actually having a good time. And it made me feel so good just to know that I can be not with my family, but with God's family that he placed me with. Just like here, I feel good when I walk in this place and I see y'all smiling, I see your faces, because it lets me know we are family. We got a lot to do. A lot of us don't pay attention to us being real brothers. We all talk about, well, if you ain't a blood brother, look, we all got God's blood running through us in the first place. And it's all the same color, so it don't matter if you're white, black, Indian, don't matter. You God's children. That means we all family. And if we can't live as family, we're gonna end up falling as individuals who don't care. That's why we must always pay attention when God speaks to us. And I'm going to give you a couple of instances where I know God was speaking to these people. Luke 1:31. Mary was told that she was going to have a child. God told her that. Luke 2:8. The shepherds were told that the child was born and to go into the city. You can go to Matthew 1:20. Joseph was told that he was going to be the father of a baby that he didn't father, but he was told. Matthew 2:2. The three kings were told by a star about Jesus. So my thing is this. If God is talking to everybody, always giving them information and trying to get them to do what's right, why is it so hard for us to sit down, shut up, and listen to him? See, and a lot of us don't even have to worry about that part. Why can't we pick up this? He's telling you everything you need to know right here. Every single time you open up this Bible, I guarantee you can find something in there that applies to you some way or another. In everything. Because the situation is what we told. There's nothing new under the sun. We are all living in the same time frame, even though back in the day when Jesus was born, people are still acting the same way today as they were acting back then. We don't care. We're selfish. We don't listen. We do what we want to. We don't pay attention to anything. And we're quick to criticize somebody when somebody tells us that we're wrong. That's right. Now, here's the thing. If God is telling you that you're wrong, why are you arguing with him? Because if he's talking to you all the time and he's trying to get you to understand this is what he wants you to do, why can't we do that? Why is it so hard for us to listen to God? Well, I found out one of the biggest reasons that we can't listen to him, some people, because they caught up in sin to the point that the devil got them. They can't hear God. And matter of fact, I was telling you guys this morning about the situation with Michael Jordan. If God don't put it on your heart to do something for other people, you never will. Because you're not going to do it out of the goodness, because you do that out of the goodness and love of God. And most of us who have a whole abundance of things, houses, money, cars, and all of that, we think that that's all us. We did all of that. You ain't did nothing. First of all, you had to have good health in order to go to job. You had to have God to give you a job. You had to have your facilities to be able to talk and think and act and do the things that you need when you get on a job. So why are you trying to act like this is all me? You didn't do anything. All you did was wake up in the morning and move. And if you wasn't moving to God's voice, you was moving to Satan's. Because to be honest, I know people wake up every morning figuring out, who am I going to be able to take out today? Who can I rip off today? Well, see, if they ain't listening to God. They don't care about what God is saying to them. I want us all to understand and know this. If you disobey what he's telling you, you got a chance to make that up. Because you can repent and ask for forgiveness. But if you're just doing it because that's your lifestyle and you got nothing to do with God, you ain't got to worry about going to heaven. Actually, you just have to look forward to when they're going to bury you, because you're going to burn for the rest of your life. Now, I'm not the type of person that wants to sit around and condemn people for not doing and not listening to what God is telling them, because I understand this much. It's on me first to listen, pay attention, and do what he tells me to do. Again, we go back through. Mary was told. Joseph was told. The shepherds were told. The three kings were told. Everybody's told. Moses was told what to do when he was at the burning bush. Joshua was told what to do. March around the city 7 times. We are told those same things all the time. But how in tune are we to God when it comes to us listening and doing what he says? This is the reason why in his time means more to me than anything. I wrote a song. It says, what I was doing in my life was living the way that I wanted to. But God had came to me and said that whatever you want from me is going to have to be done in my time. And you're going to have to recognize the fact that it's going to be done in my time. That means stop complaining. Stop criticizing other people because they get it and you don't. Remember that you got to always give God the glory, whatever it is that's coming to you, regardless if it's good or bad. And a lot of us don't pay attention to that. I know now, in his time, I got to do what he says. In his time is when I'm going to receive what he's going to give me. In his time, I'll be able to be with him when he's ready for me. I can't rush anything at all in my life. Any of you right now know that if you're dealing with an issue, say that you're dealing with an issue at the social service or the Social Security office, and you're not getting the service that you want. You go in there and you're complaining and you're criticizing the people and you're going off and you're losing. Most people, that's how they do. Because it's their money that you're messing with. They all been out of shape. Ain't none of them went in there with the attitude of, Lord, move in these people to take care of my problem. That's what I've learned to do in his time. Because I don't care how much you criticize or condemn somebody or talk about them, nothing is going to happen for you good out of that situation. If you really want to see something good happen in God's time, pray for somebody else to get something.